In 1984, the NeverEnding Story captured imaginations worldwide. This German-American fantasy epic brought Michael and his beloved novel to life, creating a magical world of flying luck dragons, warrior children, and the battle against the Nothing. With its stunning practical effects, unforgettable characters, and that heartbreaking scene with Artax in the Swamp of Sadness, the film became a defining movie of 80s childhood. The story of a lonely boy named Bastian who discovers a magical book that pulls him into the world of Fantasia resonated with anyone who'd ever escaped into a story. Now, 40 years later, we're checking in on the cast who brought Fantasia to life. From continued careers to tragic early losses, from those who walked away to those who kept working, here's what happened to the stars of the Never-Ending Story. Barrett Oliver, Bastian Balthazar Bucks. Born the August 24, 1973, Barrett Oliver was just 10 years old when he starred as Bastian in the Never-Ending Story. Today, at 51, his life has taken a completely different path. Oliver was perfect as the lonely, bullied kid escaping into fantasy. His performance captured genuine wonder and fear, making audiences believe in the magic alongside him. The role demanded incredible emotional range as he reacted to a fantasy world he couldn't actually see while filming in that dusty attic set. After the film became a hit, Oliver continued acting through the late 80s. He appeared in DRYL, Cocoon, and various TV shows, with Hollywood ready to make him a major star. However, by the early 90s, Oliver made a shocking decision. He stepped away from acting completely, not because of struggles or scandals, but simply because it wasn't what he wanted. Oliver discovered a passion for historical photography, specifically 19th century techniques. He studied at the California Institute of the Arts and became an expert in processes like collodion wet plate photography. He's written serious technical books, teaches workshops nationwide, and built a reputation completely separate from his acting past. What's remarkable is how little he's traded on his fame, giving few interviews and declining most conventions. At 51, Oliver represents the rare child star who left on his own terms and found genuine fulfillment, proving happy endings happen when you're brave enough to write your own path. Noah Hathaway, Atreyu born. November 13, 1971, Noah Hathaway was 12 when he played Atreyu, and today at 53, his journey has been filled with challenges and reinvention. Hathaway's performance was the heart of the film, bringing incredible physicality and raw emotion to the young warrior. The Swamp of Sadness scene remains devastatingly powerful, with Hathaway's grief painfully real as he truly bonded with the horse during filming. But many don't know is how brutal production was for young Hathaway. He was injured multiple times, trampled by his horse, and nearly drowned when his safety line tangled during a water sequence. He spent hours in cold water and pushed his body to dangerous limits. The physical and emotional toll fundamentally affected his relationship with acting. After the film, Hathaway struggled with typecasting as Hollywood didn't know what to do with him as he aged. By the mid-90s, he'd largely left acting, entering what he's described as a dark period dealing with depression and identity struggles beyond being a child star. But Hathaway showed remarkable resilience, reinventing himself multiple times. He became a martial artist, earning a black belt and teaching. He worked as a tattoo artist and has done independent films on his own terms. He's been remarkably honest about the challenges of child stardom and life after early fame. At 53, Hathaway's complicated journey shows both the cost of early fame and the strength it takes to rebuild your life. Tammy Stronach, the childlike empress, born July 31, 1972. Tammy Stronach was 11 when she played the childlike empress. Today at 52, she's built a rich life in the performing arts far from Hollywood. Stronach had limited screen time, but made an enormous impact with her ethereal presence. The moment when Bastian names her Moonchild became one of cinema's most magical scenes. After the film, Stronach essentially left acting immediately, appearing in only one more small role. She'd been discovered somewhat by chance while living in Israel with her academic parents, and the film was a wonderful experience, but not the career she wanted. She focused on her true passion, dance, and theater. Stronach studied at Yale University and trained extensively in New York, becoming a professional dancer and choreographer. She founded Paper Canoe Company, creating original theatrical dance productions, incorporating storytelling, puppetry, and interactive elements for families and children. Her work has been praised for bringing the same magic and wonder as the NeverEnding Story through movement and theater. She's taught extensively, making performing arts accessible to young people. In recent years, Stronach has reflected fondly on her film career and attended some reunions. She returned to acting briefly in 2023 with a small independent film, but dance and choreography remain her focus. At 52, she took the magic from the NeverEnding Story and channeled it into helping children discover their own creativity through performance. Moses Gunn, Chiron born. October 2nd, 1929, Moses Gunn was 54 when he played Chiron, the centaur who sends Atreyu on his quest. He passed away on December 16, 1993, at age 64. Gunn was a respected theater and film actor known for his powerful presence and commanding voice. His brief appearance as Chiron set the entire adventure in motion and brought gravitas to the fantasy world, grounding it in real emotion. Before the NeverEnding Story, Gunn had built an impressive career across stage and screen. He was particularly celebrated for his theater work and was considered one of the great stage actors of his generation. After the film, he continued working successfully, appearing in movies like Heartbreak Ridge and various TV roles while remaining active in theater, his true passion. Gunn died from complications of asthma on December 16, 1993, leaving behind decades of distinguished work. His performance in the NeverEnding Story, though brief, was essential in establishing the film's mythic quality. He brought dignity and weight to a fantasy film that could have felt silly without actors of his caliber treating the material seriously. Sidney Bromley, Engiwook, born July 24, 1909. Sidney Bromley was 74 when he played Engiwook, the grumpy gnome scientist studying the Southern Oracle. He passed away on February 17, 1987, at age 77. Bromley was a veteran British character actor who'd worked in film and television for decades, bringing humor and charm to every role. His performance as the cantankerous but brilliant Engiwook was delightful, providing comic relief while also moving the story forward. His scenes observing Atreyu's trials added both tension and levity to the film. After the NeverEnding Story, Bromley worked for a few more years before his death, having lived a long life doing work he loved in British entertainment. Bromley passed away just a few years after the film's release, but he'd already had a full career appearing in countless productions. He represented the generation of working character actors who brought professionalism and skill to every project, no matter how big or small their role. Patricia Hayes, Urgel born. December 22, 1909, Patricia Hayes was 74 when she played Urgel, Engiwook's wife who heals Atreyu. She passed away on September 19, 1998, at age 88. Hayes was another British acting veteran who brought warmth, humor, and genuine affection to Urgel. Her scenes with Bromley as the bickering but loving couple added heart to the fantasy adventure and showed that even in a world of magic, real relationships matter. After the NeverEnding Story, Hayes continued working well into her 80s, appearing in films like Willow and various British TV productions. She worked almost until her death, representing the dedication of actors who simply loved their craft and couldn't imagine not working. Hayes passed away in 1998 after a career spanning over 60 years. She was beloved in British entertainment and left behind a legacy of bringing kindness and humanity to every role she played, no matter how fantastical the setting. Thomas Hill, Carl Conrad Coriander. Born in 1927, Thomas Hill was around 57 when he played Mr. Coriander, the mysterious bookshop owner. He passed away on August 12, 2003, at approximately 76. Hill was a German actor who brought enigmatic authority to the bookshop owner who serves as the bridge between reality and fantasy, warning Bastian about the book's power while also knowing he needs to read it. His performance set the tone for the entire film, establishing that this wasn't just a children's story, but something deeper and more meaningful. After the NeverEnding Story, Hill continued working steadily in German film and television, maintaining a solid career in his home country for decades. He passed away in 2003, having worked in entertainment for most of his adult life. Deep Roy, Teeny Weeny born. December 1st, 1957, Deep Roy was 26 when he played Teeny Weeny, one of the racing snail riders. Today at 67, he's become one of Hollywood's most prolific character actors in fantasy and science fiction. Roy, a Kenyan-British actor, has built an incredible career playing memorable characters in major franchises. After the NeverEnding Story, Roy's career exploded. He appeared in Star Wars, played every single Oompa Loompa in Tim Burton's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory through performance capture, worked extensively in the Star Trek franchise, appeared in multiple Tim Burton films, and been in countless sci-fi and fantasy productions. His work ethic and talent have made him one of the most in-demand character actors in Hollywood. At 67, Deep Roy has built one of the most unique and impressive careers in the industry, appearing in some of the biggest franchises while remaining a dedicated character actor rather than seeking stardom. Gerald McRaney, Bastian's father, born August 19, 1947. Gerald McRaney was 36 when he played Bastian's grieving father. Today at 77, he's continued his remarkably successful TV career. McRaney had a relatively small but crucial role as the father too consumed by grief over his wife's death to connect with his son. His scenes with Barrett Oliver established why Bastian needed to escape into fantasy. After the NeverEnding Story, McRaney continued thriving in television. He was already known from Simon & Simon and went on to star in Major Dad and Promised Land. He's had recurring roles on prestigious shows like Deadwood, House of Cards, and This Is Us, which earned him an Emmy Award. At 77, McRaney continues working steadily, proving himself as one of television's most reliable and talented character actors across 5 decades. His career shows how supporting actors can build long, successful careers through consistent quality work. The NeverEnding Story's production was notoriously difficult, especially for the child actors. Noah Hathaway's injuries were serious and affected him for years. The Artax scene traumatized not just audiences, but also Hathaway himself. Author Michael Ende famously hated the adaptation, feeling it missed his book's deeper themes. He sued unsuccessfully to remove his name from the film. Despite this, the movie became beloved worldwide. The sequels, made without most of the original cast and with lower budgets, are generally considered disappointing. The original stands alone as a unique achievement in 80s fantasy filmmaking. And there you have it, the cast of The NeverEnding Story, 40 years later. From child stars who left Hollywood behind to veterans who continued working, from those still with us to those we've lost, these performers created a fantasy world that defined childhood for millions. Some walked away from fame to find happiness elsewhere. Others dealt with the difficult aftermath of early stardom, and all of them are part of a film that continues to inspire wonder. The film's themes about the power of imagination, the importance of hope, and giving things the right names still resonate today. And yes, that scene with Artax still makes grown adults cry. What's your most powerful memory of The NeverEnding Story? Did it shape your childhood? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if this journey back to Fantasia moved you, hit that like button and subscribe for more Where Are They Now videos. Thanks for watching, and remember, keep your imagination alive. See you in the next one.